I don't get jealous. That's what I tell myself as I stand at the edge of the pool, nails digging into my palm, jaw locked so tight it hurts. Jealousy is childish, messy, a sign of insecurity. And yet, there he is, laughing, too close, with her. The party is supposed to be casual. One of those upscale summer gatherings where everyone pretends they didn't overthink their outfit and absolutely did not rehearse conversations in the mirror beforehand. The villa is enormous, white stone glowing under strings of soft lights, music drifting lazily through the warm night air. The pool is the center of everything, and he is standing right beside it, with her. I don't even know her name. That somehow makes it worse. She's beautiful in an effortless way, long hair still damp from swimming, laughter spilling out of her like it's easy. She keeps touching his arm when she talks. Not accidentally, not briefly, deliberately, and he's letting her. I take a sip of my drink that I don't even want anymore. This is ridiculous. He's not mine. Not officially. Not anything that gives me the right to feel like this. But that doesn't stop the heat spreading through my chest like a slow burn. We met months ago. Work adjacent. Mutual friends. A collision of schedules and late nights and conversations that never quite ended when they were supposed to. We've danced around each other since then, never crossing the line, never pulling away either. Too much tension to ignore. Too much pride to admit it. I catch him glancing over at me. Just once. Quick. And then he looks back at her. That's it. That's the moment something ugly and sharp twists in my stomach. Are you okay? Someone asks beside me. I force a smile. Fine. Lie. She laughs again, loud, unrestrained, and leans in close to say something in his ear. His head tilts toward her, instinctive, intimate. The sight of it makes my pulse spike. I turn away. I shouldn't be watching. I definitely shouldn't be imagining how easily that could be me. I head toward the far side of the pool, needing air, space, distance from the scene. I'm clearly losing too. The stone beneath my bare feet is still warm from the day. The water reflects light in soft ripples that feel mocking. I'm halfway through reminding myself that I don't care, when I hear his voice behind me. Hey. I don't turn. Busy, I say flatly. There's a pause. Then, closer. You look like you're plotting a murder. I spin around. You're enjoying yourself. I snap. Shouldn't you be over there? His brow furrows. Over where? With her. I say, sharper than intended. She seems entertained. The air between us shifts instantly. His expression changes, not confused, not amused. Interested. Is that what this is? He asks calmly. Entertainment. I cross my arms. You tell me. He studies my face for a long moment, eyes flicking over my expression like he's piecing something together. You're jealous, he says softly. I laugh, too quickly. Don't flatter yourself. Not flattering, he replies. Just observe it. I take a step back, suddenly too aware of how close we are. This is none of my business. I say, do whatever you want. I turn to leave. He doesn't let me. His hand wraps around my wrist. Not hard, not rough, but firm enough to stop me. The contact sends a jolt straight up my arm. I look down, then back up at him. Let go, I say. You don't mean that, he replies. And you don't get to decide that for me. His grip loosens, but doesn't disappear. Tell me something, he says quietly. Do you actually want to leave? My mouth opens. No sound comes out. He smiles, not smug, not teasing. Something softer. Something dangerous. You're angry, he continues. And jealous. And pretending you don't care. I yank my hand free. You're impossible. Yes, he agrees. But you're still standing here. Before I can respond, she calls his name from across the pool. I don't look, but I feel it. Him glancing back, the pull of the moment. Then something in his posture settles. Decision. He turns back to me. You want honesty? He asks. Yes, I say instantly. That would be refreshing. He steps closer. Close enough that the noise of the party fades into the background. I noticed you the second you walked in, he says. I noticed you watching. And I noticed how furious you got when you thought I wasn't. My breath stutters. Then why? Because, he interrupts gently. I wanted to see if you cared enough to show it. That's unfair. That's manipulative. That's effective. You're enjoying this, I accuse. He shrugs. A little. I glare at him. I hate you. No, you don't. The music shifts. Someone laughs loudly. The world keeps moving while I stand here, pulse racing, heat crawling up my neck. You don't get to make me feel like this, I say. He tilts his head. Like what? Exposed. For a split second, something unreadable crosses his face. Then, he moves. 1 second, he's in front of me. The next, his arms are around me. One under my knees, the other at my back, lifting me clean off the ground. I gasp. What are you? He doesn't answer. He turns. And jumps. The world explodes into cold. Water crashes over us, stealing my breath, shock shooting through my body as we plunge into the pool together. I cling to him instinctively, fingers gripping his shirt as we sink and then rise. When we break the surface, I suck in air, sputtering. You're insane. I shout. He laughs, wide, unrestrained, alive. You needed a reset, he says. I push at his chest, furious, soaked, hard hammering. You could have warned me. And ruin the moment, he asks, eyes bright. We float there, water lapping around us, party noise muffled now. My dress clings to me. His hands are still at my waist. Neither of us moves. Are you still jealous? He asks quietly. I should deny it. I don't. Yes, I admit. His smile softens. Good. I stare at him, stunned. That's not comforting. No, he says. But it's honest. The way he's looking at me now is different. No games. No audience. Just heat and tension and something dangerously close to truth. And as the water settles around us, one thing becomes painfully clear. That jump didn't end anything. It started it. The pool goes quiet around us. Not silent. Music still drifts from the speakers. Laughter ripples from the deck. But something about the way he's holding me makes the rest of the world fade into a blur of lights and echoes. My dress clings to me, heavy with water. His shirt is soaked too, plastered to his chest, making it impossible not to notice how solid he feels beneath my hands. I'm furious. I'm breathless. I'm very aware of how close we are. You're out of your mind, I say, though my voice lacks the bite I intended. Probably, he replies easily. But you're still holding on to me. I glance down. My fingers are curled into his shirt like I might float away without him. I loosen my grip immediately, cheeks burning. He doesn't move his hands. They stay at my waist, steady, respectful, unmistakably there. Everyone is staring. I mutter. Let them, he says. I look around. A few people have noticed. Some are laughing. Someone whistles. The woman from earlier, the one who started this entire spiral of jealousy, stands at the pool's edge, watching with open surprise. Good. Let her see. You did that on purpose, I accuse. Yes, he says without hesitation. Why? Because you were about to walk away pretending you didn't care, he replies. And I was done letting you lie. I scoff. You dragged me into a pool to prove a point? I dragged you into a pool, he corrects, because you needed to feel something other than anger. I stare at him. And what if I hated it? You don't, he says softly. He's right. That's the worst part. We swim to the edge and pull ourselves out, dripping water onto the stone. Someone hands us towels. I wrap mine around myself, suddenly aware of how exposed I feel, not just physically, but emotionally. He stays close, not touching now, just there. We move away from the crowd without discussing it, feet bare against cool tile, the night air brushing over damp skin. We end up near the far end of the villa, where the lights are dimmer and the noise fades into background hum. I stop walking. So I say, was that supposed to make me less jealous? He turns to face me. No, he says honestly. It was supposed to make you stop pretending you don't care. I cross my arms. You could have just asked. And you would have denied it, he replies gently. I open my mouth. Close it. Damn him. What about her? I ask. The girl you were laughing with. He tilts his head. What about her? You were flirting. No, he says. She was. And you didn't stop her. I didn't encourage her either, he replies. You were watching. I bristle. That doesn't make it okay. No, he agrees. But it doesn't make it what you think it was. I search his face for arrogance. I don't find it. Why didn't you come talk to me first? I ask. He exhales slowly. Because every time I get close, you build a wall. That's not. It is, he says calmly. And I let you. Because I thought you needed control. And now, I challenge. And now I think you're scared of what happens if you stop. That lands too close to the truth. I look away. The night feels cooler suddenly. I don't like feeling jealous. I admit quietly. It makes me feel smaller. He steps closer, not crowding, not trapping, just enough that I can feel his warmth again. Jealousy doesn't make you small, he says. It makes you honest. I don't want to be honest, I say. He smiles softly. I figured. Silence stretches between us. Charged. Uncomfortable. Necessary. You could have handled this differently. I say finally. Yes, he agrees. And you enjoyed doing it this way. I add. He considers that. A little. I roll my eyes. You're infuriating. You're still here. I laugh under my breath despite myself. God. This man. Look, he says, voice lowering. I'm not playing games with you. I don't bring women to parties to make you jealous. Tonight, he admits. I didn't stop it because I wanted to see if you'd fight for space instead of disappearing. That's manipulative. Yes, he says again. But it worked. I glare at him. You're lucky I like you, I mutter. His expression shifts. Subtle. Serious. That's the first time you've said that. I freeze. I didn't mean. No, he interrupts gently. You did. The air thickens. He doesn't touch me. Doesn't move closer. He waits. I like you. I say again, quieter. And I hate how easily you get under my skin. He nods. I don't want to be a source of insecurity for you. You're not, I reply. You're a mirror. And I don't always like what I see. He reaches out then, slowly, giving me time to pull away. I don't. His thumb brushes water from my cheek. Soft. Intentional. No more guessing, he says. No more watching from across the room. And what instead? I ask. Instead, he replies, you tell me when something bothers you. And I don't make you compete for my attention. My chest tightens. That sounds mature, I say dryly. He smiles. Don't spread it around. The party fades further into the background. The moment narrows. You scared me, I say softly. When you picked me up. I know. I thought you were going to drop me. He shakes his head. Never. The certainty in his voice does something to me. I step closer. This time it's my choice. If you ever do something like that again without warning, I say, I will throw you into a pool fully clothed. His smile turns slow and dangerous. Deal. The kiss doesn't happen immediately. That's important. We stand there, foreheads almost touching, breath mingling, tension humming between us. When it does happen, it's unhurried, warm, grounded, not a performance, not fueled by jealousy. Just two people finally meeting where they've been circling for months. Later, wrapped in towels and laughter, we rejoin the party. Not as spectators this time. The woman from earlier doesn't approach him again. He doesn't look for her. His attention stays where it belongs. As the night winds down, he walks me to my car. The villa glows behind us. So, he says, leaning casually against the door. Was karma worth it? I smile. I still plan to pretend I wasn't jealous. Of course you do. But, I add, I'm glad you jumped. He raises an eyebrow. Into the pool. Into honesty, I say. He nods. Me too. I slide into the driver's seat, pause, then look back at him. You know, I say, there are easier ways to flirt. He grins. But none is memorable. I shake my head, laughing. As I drive away, heart light and pulse steady, I realize something important. Jealousy didn't embarrass me. It didn't weaken me. It showed me exactly what I wanted, and who was brave enough to meet me there. And the next time he pulls me close, I won't need a pool to know why.